It's more accurate to look at the Note 8 as a variation of the Galaxy S8 than an update to the Note 7. If you can imagine the Galaxy S8 Plus molded into the Note line's more boxy form and a bump up in screen size to plant its stature, then you already pretty much have what's going on here. Not that the Samsung's recycling is a bad thing. The company's expansive infinity display and maximized screen area is still fresh in our minds and unrivaled for the prettiest smartphone design. But for the Note 8, the curved edges of the display have a slightly more abrupt slope, to lessen the writing disruption when the S Pen finds itself there. The first is the silo for S Pen stylus, a staple of the Note line since the beginning. At each update, the S Pen gets a little more improved, but this time we haven't seen any indication that it's different from that on the Note 7. It still has that spring-loaded ejection cap, IP68 rated waterproofing, 4096 levels of pressure sensitivity, and a 0.7mm tip that is replaceable. The other major change is the addition of a second rear camera sensor. Finally catching up the iPhone Plus series, Samsung has debuted its own dual camera setup with a 2x zoom telephoto lens. This makes for a rectangle black bar culmination of the components on the rear, which unfortunately includes the non-ideal fingerprint placement on the top right once again. Our gripe with its use is worsened due to the sheer size of the Note 8. Its extra height from the Galaxy S8 series means that the reach is even less ergonomic. Thankfully, Samsung offers a couple of other options for unlocking the phone, like iris retinal recognition and face unlock. As a user of the Galaxy S8, I found the performance of the Note 8 in day-to-day use just about equivalently speedy, fluid, and consistent. That figures, as it is powered by the same octa-core Snapdragon 835 chipset. But Samsung did bump up the RAM, from 4GB to 6GB. This sounds like a significant upgrade, but I honestly can't say I've noticed a difference. Maybe over time it will be a benefit as the software ages, but I didn't notice a hint of slowdowns in my few months with the Galaxy S8. On the storage front, we still have the reasonable 64GB on board and support for microSD expansion. Unfortunately for the battery, we don't have the capacity increase that a phone size increase usually suggests, at 3300 mAh, a 200 mAh drop from the Galaxy S8 Plus. Part of the reason is reduction of space due to the S Pen, but most of the reason is probably to play it safe in the midst of the Note 7 battery failure fiasco. That said, we're happy to report that the impact on battery life, compared to the Galaxy S8 Plus, is minimal. We didn't notice much of a difference. A full charge can consistently get us through the day, and many times, through the next morning before the low battery alert pops up. Samsung must have worked out some extra optimization out of the software, because this is in light of a bigger and brighter screen. The primary feature of the Note 8 is inescapably its massive 6.3 inches, nearly bezel-less display. Samsung's home-brewed Super AMOLED panels have already been brilliant for some time now, but somehow the company manages to get an improvement in at each release. Whereas the Galaxy S8 could hit 1000 nits of brightness, the Note 8 tops out at a whopping 1200 nits. We found that around 40 to 50% brightness was sufficient for most use. And there was no problem whatsoever outdoors in full, bright sunlight. Like on the Galaxy S8.